backend application. So for that, first you will need XAMPP. So with the help of XAMPP you can start Apache server and also execute PHP. But for our tutorial we will need MySQL database, so you will need to install it. So go to apachefriends.org and this website and download XAMPP for your operating system. It is pretty much simple, like click install and it will be done. Then you need to start XAMPP server. Again, it is very simple application and you just need to click start. Okay, once you have installed XAMPP and started your XAMPP server and MySQL server also, you need to go to localhost/phpMyAdmin. So there you will be able to see all your databases and everything. Okay, so for our use case we are storing name and email, right? So I will just create a new DB for us. I will give it a name test. Let's create, and we will need a 3 column. So let's name it user. So first column it will be a ID, like user ID. A user ID makes more sense than ID. Yep. Then second is for name and third will be email. So each user will have its unique primary key, so we will add it auto increment and primary key. Then another is name, so that will be a varchar, and 200 is fine, and email is also 200 is fine. Actually 100 is fine, we don't need too much of length, and here also. So and let's save this. Here we can see, like under test the database we have user table and we have 3 columns for it, right? And let's go to our server, which was localhost:3005/hello, the backend server we created. Okay, index.js file, hello route. Let's make use of Postman. It is API testing tool. So even if I make request here, right, localhost/3005/hello and get request, it returns me this response. Okay, now we will start by connecting to our database and then inserting it to our user table, right? So let's start working with our backend app. So first we will need to use the MySQL package. So what we will do, before any routes, we will write here const db equal to MySQL, the package which we imported earlier, MySQL dot create connection, and then so here we need to mention host. So by default it is localhost host name, then the username. So it will be a root. By default username is root, and then password. So I guess by default it is no password, so we will leave it blank. Then database, our database we just created, it was test, as we can see, test database, right? Okay, so I will name it test. Then we will need to connect with our DB. So what I will write, db dot connect, and this is a callback function. So error, like if we get error, then throw error, and if we don't get any error, so I will just log it to the console so we can confirm, like we are successfully connected to DB. Okay, now I will save this. Let's just try to connect with our DB. Oh, it is already saying that connected to MySQL DB. See, this is benefit of Nodemon. So whenever we save with some changes, it will it will restart the server automatically. Okay, so we are connected to DB. Let's hide this. Let's go to our app. So DB connection is done. Let's format our file first. Yeah, this looks nice. Then we will start by creating our user route. So from front end we will send name and email, right? So what I will do, I will start by defining route. So app dot, they can make HTTP post request. So here they will make request, they will send data, right? So they will send data to user, then we need request and response. So in callback function we will write, so first we need to get the name and email here, because that's what we are going to get from the body, the request body. So I just destructured it, right? Request from the request.body. Now what do we need to do? We need to write the SQL query here, const SQL equal to, the query is insert into simple MySQL query, insert into user, table name user, and then name, your name is there and email is there, right? And values, what we are going to pass, it is not fixed, so it will be a dynamic, right? Comma, let's close our query, and db dot query, we will pass our query here, and then we will pass the custom parameters. So first is name and other one is email, right? And then in third parameter, so it is again a callback function. So it can successfully execute or it will throw error. Two possibilities are there, right? So if in case it throws error, if error, then throw error. Otherwise what we need to do, we need to send JSON, res.json, what we did in hello route, right? Very simple, res.json, we will send that. So first we will structure it in such a nice way, yeah, message, and here we will write user added, and in ID we will return the user ID maybe. So result dot user underscore ID, because that's what we have in user table, right? User underscore ID. Okay, so let's verify our code. In /user route we make post request, and we get name and email from the request, then we insert in the MySQL DB and return the JSON response. That sounds about right. Let's save it. So it is again no need to restart server, it automatically refreshed. Now we need to go to Postman. So this time we need to make the HTTP post request to user route, and in the body go to raw and then select JSON here, and here we need to pass name. Let's insert the Pawan, and email pawan@gmail.com, and let's send request. Okay, could not get response. Let's see what is wrong. Okay, let's check our server. Okay, it is throwing error. It shows that MySQL user at row, incorrect integer value for column test user email. Okay, so I think we have done wrong column. Okay, so if I go to user and then look at this structure, right, see, this is really wrong. Like I created the email, but we kept the type as integer only. We need to change it to varchar, right? Because email is not integer. We are inserting the text varchar value, special values. Yeah, now it is fine, like varchar, name and email should be varchar or text. Yeah, that's fine. Now let's try it again, this. Okay, it is throwing error again. Now what's the error? Okay, let me restart it again, because it threw the error, right? So let's restart it and let's try it again. Postman. Okay, now it is returning user added. Now let's check our DB by clicking on user. I can see like pawan and pawan@gmail.com. See, our problem was in structure, the type for email was int, but really we are passing the text value, so it will not execute, right? It throws the error. So it means that our this code, this block is also tested, like it is working. Yep. Now let's try inserting another, just to be safe. Akash and Akash@gmail. Send. Okay, user added again. Let's go here and click user. Okay, we can say like user ID is incremented by 1 and the user is successfully inserted. Okay, that's it for this video. In the next video we will create the rest of the routes. So get all user or get user by ID, update user and delete user.